Nah, no worries. What was the question? So yeah, how do we address the stigma of mental illness in the Black community to overcome it and better it?
Well, it's definitely a big question, just because I think that's something that's a little bit more like trendy now, but it doesn't. It shouldn't necessarily just be a trend. This is something that people should have been focusing on, and because of it, I think there is a stigma because people just don't talk about it enough. And I see it in so many different things, like conversations with family members, just loved ones, strangers. Like, this guy walked up to me yesterday asking me very personal stuff and didn't even know me. And I knew that there was some type of mental illness barrier, but I'm a healthcare professional. So I think that if people saw more or knew more, they could do better when it came to mental health. Because some of those people is like, you're not gonna do nothing about that? Like, why? You not? And I'm like, I am trained to know what to do. So if we teach our children, if we teach our family members, like, hey, this is what stress looks like, this is what anxiety looks like. So-and-so might be depressed. Like, I think we can recognize things a lot better than before.
What's that you looking?
Like, you don't want to necessarily tell on your loved ones, but you still want to be like, okay, like, something's going on there, and that's where the stigma is removed.
What's up, what's up? This is Oya from Black Power Blueprint. And I'm here with Nurse Elle Rose, and she's here today to discuss the mental and physical issues in the Black community and how we can combat them. Without further ado, I'm going to allow her to talk a little bit about herself and let us know, what inspired her to get into this, and let her take the floor.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Lauren, or Nurse Elle Rose, however you want to call me, or LC. It just depends who you ask. I am a professional registered nurse in the state of Georgia. Right now I'm pursuing my holistic nursing degree at Tennessee State University, and that's in hopes to become a holistic nurse practitioner one day. So my goal is to spread health and wellness and love to all that I come into contact with. So I hope that's what I do on a daily basis.
You know what I mean? Like, if I go to my parents and like, I'm depressed, what you gotta be depressed? Or, well, not specifically mine, but a lot of people deal with this. So they may have like, depression. What's another one? That's bipolar, schizophrenic, different stuff like that. But I don't feel like it's taken as an actual thing unless you become dangerous.
And then a lot of times, the Black community, we automatically put people in a box for having a mental illness, especially if it's diagnosed. So it's like, it's nothing wrong with, like, you kind of see that family member and they're struggling with stuff, but it's nothing like labeled yet. But as soon as they get a label, it's worse. So then by that time, they're like, I'm dealing with this already, and I got a label, now I'm isolated. So if you can recognize or like tell other family members, like, let's check on so-and-so, like, because I think they might be depressed or whatever. You're not necessarily labeling them to condemn them. It's you're trying to label them to heal them. And I think if people understand that, we would have a better dynamic in the Black community for how to address mental health, because it's just like people don't really know, or they don't know the triggers, or they don't know what's like really making it worse for an individual in their family. So it's just like a snowball effect by that point.
We ready to jump in there? Look. You done zoom with the bacon? Look, we gonna talk about the bacon.
Look at Freddie.
We gonna talk. All right, so let's talk about the bacon real quick. Let's talk about bacon. So Black folks and bacon.
Bro, you got bacon on that thing?
I didn't tell them to put it on there. It just come. I'm taking it off.
Pork that ever been up in here.
I'm taking it off. Okay, and look, don't do that.
I got another piece right there.
It's right on the side.
Oh yeah. Keep that shit on the table. Don't even put it on the counter.
Look. Alright,
yes, absolutely.
Don't do the pork. Yes. So, pork and Black folks. Why is it bad?
Lord.
I mean, you